Hi guys. Today we are doing chapter 25 and 26 and playing Atari with Saddam Hussein. So we kind of left off at a cliffhanger yesterday when Ali literally walked into the kitchen and says, "No, no!" We didn't know what happened. So chapter 25 and 26, we'll see what happened. I'm nervous. My mother is lighting the oven. She's holding a match to one of my Superman comics. It is caught and the flame is eating away at the corners. Mama doesn't look at me. She heats the oven and then tosses the comic into the sink and turns on the faucet. No, I whisper and run to the sink. I grab my comic. It's a charred, soggy mess. Buried feelings burst out of me in an explosion of rage. How could you do this? I scream at my mother. It's not enough that everything has been awful for me, and now you have to ruin the one good thing I have left? I hate you, I shout with my whole being. I run toward my room, the mess of a comic dripping the whole way. I kick open my bedroom door and slam it shut behind me. I frantically lay my comic out on the windowsill, hoping it will at least dry okay. But not only are the corners burned off, the wet pages stick together. Superman versus my mother. My mother is even stronger than kryptonite. This comic is ruined. It's not one of my top favorites, but it's a good one. Dead. I can't help it. I burst into tears. I sink down onto the floor and bawl. First, I cry about my precious Superman comic collection. Then everything catches up to me again. The horrors I've seen, the helplessness I feel, the hopelessness of war, my brother turning on me, my father, Baba. I cry for a long, long time. I cry sitting on the floor. I get up and throw myself on the bed and sob until my throat feels raw and my tears have soaked my face and my blankets. I feel like I want to give up. I want to die. Finally, I stop and take a deep, ragged breath. There's a knock at the door. I ignore it. Ali, Shirzad calls. Mama wants to talk to you. I stay quiet, unmoving. Shirzad goes away. I close my eyes. The Americans are coming. A ground war means soldiers will actually be on foot. They may even walk through Basra. I open my eyes. What if they come? What if I see them? Suddenly, a slice of light penetrates my dark thoughts. If I could talk to an American soldier, I could let him know that there's a kid who doesn't belong here. Sure, he might not be able to do anything immediately, but at least he'd know. What if a whole troop comes through? I can make myself known to each one. I could be seen and heard. I go to my school desk and pull open the drawer. If only my mother had looked in here, she would have found what she was looking for, plain paper. I tossed my notebook in here on the last day of school, along with the pencil. I open the notebook and flip past homework assignments until I find the unused pages near the back. Now maybe I can be heard. Coming up with the right message is not easy. Actually writing it, even harder. Written Arabic goes right to left, with loops and dots and twirls. English goes left to right and has angles and straight lines and circles. So it takes more than a couple of pieces of precious paper before I get the words right. My sign says, I am Ali. I like American TV, and I want to try pizza. I first wrote things like, help, take me with you, and kill Saddam, not us. But of course I had to rip up those pieces of paper. I cannot whisper those thoughts, let alone advertise them. I carefully fold my sign in thirds the long way. Then I stick it back in the back pocket of my jeans. I leave my room and walk quickly and purposefully through the house and out the front door. If Shirzad had given me a hard time, I would probably have punched him. But nobody sees me. I walk out of our yard and onto the street. I turn left and keep walking. I have no plan. I just keep walking. The odds of running into an American soldier are slim, but they aren't zero. The streets are deserted. The hazy sky and smoky air keep most people inside. But soldiers have orders, and in a ground war, they will be walking somewhere. Maybe here. I walk through familiar streets and neighborhoods. Some streets have been bombed. Some houses are crumbled or damaged. Some look fine. But it's quiet out. I walk in the eerily silent streets until I hear. Chapter 26. Boy! An older woman in a black head wrap is sitting on the ground in her yard. I see a cane not too far from her. I run over. Do you need help, ma'am? I ask. Foolish me, the woman says. I thought a walk would do me good, but as you can see, I fell. I take her arm and help her get up. I reach for her cane and hand it to her. I hold on to her until she seems steady. Would you please walk me inside? She asks. Of course, I say. I help her into her house and lead her to a chair. She sinks into it. Thank you, dear, the woman says. My boys are soldiers, so I have been alone. I see framed photos of two young men in uniform on the wall. I hope they come home safely, I say. The woman is quiet for a moment. Then she says, I want to thank you for your help. Is there something I can give you? No, I say. I insist, she says. I am about to ask for something to drink when another word pops out of my mouth. Batteries, I ask. Do you have any? I do, the woman says. Go into my kitchen and look in the second drawer down. I find a few batteries, including two of the kind I need. This is great, I say. I really appreciate it. Do you need anything else? No, dear, the woman says. Well, thank you. I'm glad I could help. I get to leave but turn back. I'm Ali, I say. Nice to meet you, Ali, the woman says. Your parents must be very proud of you. My father is gone. My mother burned my comic book. Yes, ma'am, I say. I slip the batteries into my pocket and leave. I set off for home. I feel the paper in one pocket and the batteries in the other. I don't see anyone on my way back home. When I'm almost there, I pull the paper out of my back pocket. I am Ali. I like American TV and I want to try pizza. What an idiot. What did I think? I'd meet some American soldier and he'd see how cool I am and would take me back with him to the United States? I'm Iraqi. That's it. This is my life. No one is coming to help. I'm trapped here. Forever. I rip up the paper into little pieces and throw them on the ground. Then I stomp on them. Dumb, dumb, dumb. I'm so dumb. And then I stop. I look around. I'm an Iraqi, but I'm also half Kurdish. Kurds are fighters. Fighters. I have fighting blood in my veins. I may not be able to directly fight with my fists or a gun, but I have heart. I love my country. I love my family. I love life. Anger drains out of my body as it is replaced by those thoughts. I run to my house, fling open the door, and share the good news. I have batteries! And that is where we're going to stop today. Have you ever felt like that? You feel like you have so much anger in you, and then suddenly you fix your thoughts on something good, and then it just kind of floods out of you, and you don't even remember why you were angry anymore. You feel such a relief from not feeling angry. That happens to me sometimes. I'm glad Ali helped that woman and got the batteries. That's really awesome. All right, guys. See you tomorrow. We're almost done. Bye.